Hi, this is Susie, the Travelly Hostess, here to show you how the Kayak travel management or itinerary management app works. It is quite handy and I highly recommend you become familiar with it if you're not already. I used to use TripIt. It was available some years ago, but since I have transitioned to Kayak. Both work great though, have some pros and cons, but overall I'm in favor of Kayak. So I have the app downloaded on my iPhone. I'm going to open it up and we see a trip, Europe 2018. Open it up. And we have my itinerary. This is everything that I have booked so far and sent to Kayak to be uploaded, which I'll show you how we'll do in a minute. My flights, accommodations, both hotels and Airbnb listed under each date. Private tours. Let's go ahead and open up a accommodation. Here we go. In Cornelia, Airbnb. At the very top, I can tap on where it says apartment and the address and open up that location in a Maps app. I can get directions, and I can also tap on Show Driver for the address to clearly show somebody who's driving us around. Check in, check out. And this is a feature I really like about Kayak. You see under booking details, view email receipt. This is the actual original email that I had sent to Kayak to use to upload the details and information into the app. I like having that handy, even though you see, of course, most of my key information has already been automatically uploaded. I like having that original email at my fingertips as well. I also like this notes section. So the owners of the Airbnb emailed me separately from the formal Airbnb confirmation, providing me with some key info that they wanted me to have. So I copied that text from that other email and I pasted it here in the notes section. Again, I think really important and handy to have at my fingertips. I can, look at flights, basic information for what I have in flights right now, departure, arrival, confirmation, duration. There are some pros and cons between TripIt and Kayak in terms of the flights, but for me this is good enough information to have for now. With both apps too, they're not perfect. They're going to make mistakes. You're going to need to go through and maybe edit or add something manually. But overall, they're very easy to use and still make traveling and organizing your trips, your information when you're planning it, as well as your traveling, makes it much easier. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the 3 dots. This is where I can add an event manually. Of course, I can edit or delete the trip as well, but here I'm going to tap Add Event. Perhaps there was a restaurant that I want to make sure I eat at a certain night. So I would hit Restaurant. In this case, I want to add a hike that I plan to do in Cinque Terre. So I'm going to tap Custom. I'm going to call this event Hike. And for the date, going to be on May 7th. And just to keep the info simple for right now, hit save. And there we go. Added. Super easy. I can also share this trip and information with other travelers going with me or family or friends at home who aren't but want to, keep up with where I'm going, what I'm doing, where I'm going to be staying. Next to the 3 dots, you will see where I can share this trip. Let someone view it, as well as let somebody have privileges to edit it. So how did all this info get here? Let me show you. In my email, I got a confirmation from some accommodations I just booked today for our stay in Avignon. And I'm going to forward this confirmation to trips@kayak.com. But I need to change the subject line first, and this is really important. The subject line needs to be the same name as the trip name that you have in Kayak. This is how the app will know to take the information from this email and add it to that trip. If you don't change the subject line and leave it as it was, Kayak will upload and add the information, but just create a separate trip. And you'll actually need to go to the desktop version of Kayak to merge the information into one trip. So to save a step, just change the subject line and boom, you're done. So let's go back to the app. It usually takes about 5 or 10 seconds typically for that information to be uploaded. I'll refresh. Let me open it up. Hit refresh. And let's see. Not yet. Let me refresh again. Oops. And there we go. Tuesday, May 1st, our accommodations in Avignon, right there. Voila. Very handy. That original email receipt that you just saw me send, right there. Really simple to use once you become familiar with the app. You'll see at the bottom watch list. I could create a watch list for maybe flights or hotel accommodations that I'm looking to keep an eye on for price alert or otherwise. But that pretty much wraps up the main functionality of Kayak. I hope this was helpful to you, that you maybe aren't as intimidated to download it and start using it right away. Happy traveling.